Welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda from Makeup for Unicorns, and today I'm going to be doing a first impression on a foundation. This foundation is actually not new. I think it's like 3 years old or something, but this is the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I believe this has been out for quite some time, but I just discovered it thanks to my sister. She actually heard some great things about it and gave it a try and told me that it was fantastic and it was just as good as some high-end foundations. It's very affordable. I thought, why not give it a try myself? I'm always up for trying new things, especially foundations. They're probably one of my favorite things to try. Foundations and eyeshadow. So I'm going to give this a try today. Another thing you may notice is my lighting situation. I got my umbrella lights finally, and the lighting is so much better. So I'm super happy to be filming under some pretty nice lighting. So things are improving around here. So if you would like to see what my thoughts are on this foundation, then keep on watching. So this is the foundation. It is the Rimmel, how do you guys say it? Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. It's lightweight shine control and matte finish, obviously. The shade I got is 101 Porcelain Ivory. Liquid mousse blends flawlessly for natural looking, all-day shine control. Silky smooth formula leaves a perfectly matte, baby soft finish. Lightweight texture won't feel heavy or greasy. You get 1 fluid ounce of product, which is standard for most foundations. So I will be priming my face, and I will be using the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer. This has been my favorite primer lately. So I'm going to be applying this with my Morphe Y6 foundation brush. There's no weird smells or anything, not like Wet n Wild. It has a very moussey consistency. I don't know if you can even tell if that's moussey, but very moussey. I really like that feel. It kind of feels like the Amazonian Clay foundation by Tarte. Let's get this going. Just from applying that one side, I can see that the color is a very good match for me. I don't really see a huge difference between my face and my neck, which is a great thing. The coverage is really good too. Comparing this side to this side, you can definitely see some of my redness, and I have some acne scarring, which doesn't really show up too much in the camera, but I can definitely see the difference in real life here. So it doesn't say what kind of coverage it does have, but I would definitely say like a medium to full coverage. So I'm just going to continue onto this side. Also, it seems to be applying like really nice. It's not clinging to anything. So far this foundation is looking very nice. Everything's looking pretty smooth and even, and I think the color is like a perfect match from what I'm seeing. It's still a little bit tacky, but it does look matte, but I can still feel it. It's not completely dried down yet. Definitely so far so good. So I'm just going to continue on with my concealer and we'll see how that applies with it. But First things first, we gotta set this forehead. If you've been watching me, you know I get a creasy forehead, so it needs to be set immediately. So I'm just going to set that with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is in the shade Fair Light. And NYX number 3 powder brush. I forgot to mention that this foundation retails for, I think it's between $6 and $10, $6 and $12 maybe, Canadian. I got mine on sale. I think it was like $8 on sale, so it's a pretty good price. Alright, the forehead is set, and I'm gonna use my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. And I'm using my Kat Von D concealer brush to blend it out. Nothing weird is going on. Everything's looking pretty good. Seems to be going on top of the foundation just fine. And I always prime my eyes at the same time as I do my concealer. And I'm just going to be using the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly and the same concealer brush. And I always set my eyes with the RCMA No Color Powder, and I use a Morphe E8. And then I'm setting the rest of my face with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. So with the powder applied on top, everything looks pretty good. Nothing weird happened. The concealer on top as well, like everything's looking pretty good. No clinging. Definitely a matte finish. I know I did apply powder, but you can definitely tell that this is a matte foundation. I definitely want to see how it holds up throughout the day. I'll leave some updates down below. I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup off camera. I'll be right back with my final thoughts on this foundation, but definitely so far so good. This is just as good as many high-end foundations that I've tried. So I'll be right back. So I finished the rest of my makeup. Everything else is on, and I must say that everything went on really nicely. I had no issues. There was no like separating or weird stuff that foundations can sometimes do, especially when applying other products on top. My face definitely looks very matte. It feels very matte. It feels very nice. All in all, I think this foundation looks really good, especially for the price. This foundation looks just as good as high-end foundations do. I have tried a lot as I used to work at Sephora, so I always would grab samples and try them out. I would definitely say that this is just as good. It definitely reminds me of the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. I would definitely say this is probably the closest dupe to that. The coverage of it definitely reminds me of something like the Kat Von D foundation or the Lancome Tint Idol 24-hour foundation. Definitely has that same matte finish as those foundations, and the coverage is perfect. The color is perfect. It is hard for me sometimes to find a good color match in drugstore foundations. I find sometimes they can be a little bit too orange or a little bit too pink, but I'm definitely more neutral, and this color is like bomb. I'm definitely interested to see what this will do mixed with the Infallible Pro Glow, as that is my favorite combo, is mixing the Infallible Pro Glow with any foundation, especially with matte foundations. If you haven't tried it, I recommend. So I would highly recommend this foundation if you haven't tried it yet. I know it's fairly older, but it's new to me and possibly new to you, so if you're looking for a new foundation to try, I forgot to mention skin types. My skin type is combo, more oily. So if you have combo skin or oily skin, this would probably be a great match for you. If you're more on the drier side, I'm not sure, because sometimes these matte foundations do cling to like dryness if you have any kind of dryness on your skin, but it didn't cling to me at all. And usually around this time of the year I am a little bit drier because of the weather, but there's absolutely no clinging. So if you do have drier skin, it might work for you actually. So go on ahead and give it a try. Why not, right? Why not? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I love testing new foundations. So if there is a foundation that you would like me to test out, just let me know down below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and we'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.